A VS Code extension with 2.2 million installs just got hijacked. The attacker had 11 minutes. That was enough to steal every cloud credential on your machine. The extension is NX Console, one of the most trusted developer tools on the VS Code marketplace. Version 18.95.0 shipped with a multi-stage credential stealer that harvested tokens from GitHub, ASP.S, NPM, Kubernetes, Vault, and 1Password, but stealing your credentials wasn't the endgame. The payload included Sigstore integration and SLSA provenance generation. That means the attacker could have published downstream NPM packages with valid cryptographic signatures. The exact thing that's supposed to prove software hasn't been tampered with. For the non-developers watching, NX is a build system for monorepos. Big companies use it to manage codebases with dozens of apps and hundreds of libraries in a single repo. NX Console is the official VS Code extension that gives you a visual interface for all of it. 2.2 million installs. Totally trusted. On May 18th, version 1895 went live on the VS Code marketplace. The malicious version was only up for 11 minutes before being pulled, but extensions auto-update. In the following 48 hours, roughly 6,000 developers activated the compromised version without ever knowing. Here's how the attacker hid the payload. They didn't use some sketchy external server. They buried it in an Orphan commit inside the official NX GitHub repo. An Orphan commit has no parent. It doesn't show up in any branch history, any pull request, any code review. It's invisible unless you know the exact hash. In Git, an Orphan commit exists in the object store but belongs to no branch. You can reference it by its SHA hash, but it won't appear in Git log, it won't trigger CI, and it won't show up in any review workflow. It's the digital equivalent of hiding a bomb inside the walls of a building during construction. The attack was multi-stage. Stage 1, the extension fetches the payload from the Orphan commit. Stage 2, it scans your file system for credential files. AWS credentials, GitHub tokens, NPM tokens, Kubernetes configs, Vault tokens, 1Password CLI tokens. Stage 3, exfiltration to 3 separate channels. HTTPS to a command server. GitHub API calls disguised as normal Git traffic. And DNS tunneling, encoding stolen data inside DNS queries that slip past every corporate firewall. 3 channels, because if your security stack blocks one, the other 2 still get your keys out. DNS tunneling is nasty because DNS is the one protocol every network has to allow. The attacker encodes your stolen credentials as subdomains and DNS lookups. Your firewall sees a normal DNS query. Your security stack sees a normal DNS query. But the attacker's DNS server on the other end decodes your GitHub token from the subdomain. Now the part that should terrify every package maintainer. The payload included Sigstore integration and SLSA provenance generation. Sigstore is the system that cryptographically signs software, so you can verify it hasn't been tampered with. SLSA is the supply chain security framework that proves a build is legitimate. The attacker had both. They could publish packages that pass every verification check that exists. Your dependency scanner says the package is signed. Your CI pipeline says the provenance is valid. Your security team says the supply chain is clean. And every single one of those checks is confirming a package that was published by the attacker. This is a trust inversion. The security infrastructure becomes the attack vector. This is the 5th major supply chain attack in 2 months. Bitwarden CLI got backdoored. Vercel's AI SDK was compromised. Glassworm infected VS Code extensions to the OpenVSX registry, now NX Console, and Daemon Tools, distributing malware from their official website with valid certificates. 5 attacks, 2 months. This is not a trend. This is a siege. The VS Code marketplace has a fundamental security problem. There's no automated malware scanning at NPM's level, no reproducible builds, no mandatory 2-factor for publishers until recently. A single compromised publisher account gives you access to every developer who auto-updates, and most developers auto-update everything. You install NX Console once, verify it's legitimate, and then never look at it again. But every update is a new version with new code. And version 1895 looked exactly like every other update. No prompt, no review, just 11 minutes of silent credential theft. 6,000 activations means 6,000 developer machines potentially compromised.